What does the church teach about Adam and Satan? What is the first man's sin? Man, tempted by the devil, lets his trust in his Creator die in his heart, and abusing his freedom, disobeyed God's command. This is what man's first sin consisted of. All subsequent sin would be disobedience toward God and lack of trust in His goodness. Although set by God in a state of rectitude, man, enticed by the evil one, abused his freedom at the very start of history. He lifted himself up against God and sought to attain his goal apart from God. In that sin, Adam and Eve, man, preferred himself to God, and by that very act scorned God. He chose himself over and against God, against the requirement of his creature status, and therefore against his own good. Created in a state of holiness, man was destined to be fully divinized by God in glory. We were called to become His children, to be adopted into the very Trinity. Seduced by the devil, he wanted to be like God, but without God, before God, and not in accordance to God. Scripture witnesses to the disastrous influence of the one Jesus calls a murderer from the beginning, who would even try to divert Jesus from the mission received from His Father. Scripture says, and the church attests, the reason the Son of Man appeared was to destroy the works of the devil. In its consequences, the gravest of these works was the mendacious seduction that led man to disobey God.